Hello, hello, hello. Let's make sure we're on the right character. Let's see. Character. Play, 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 play. It is time, it is time. Now, I did say, title of the video is Let the Madness Begin. Because the madness is going to start. Oh. At dangerous pastimes. Why not start at dangerous pastimes? Why not? Okay.
Drotworth Tours, thanks you for your patience. Back again for another... Right. Give me a sec to look up the locations of the parts. When I'm done...
We got it, we got it, we got it.
So, this harvester needs some maintenance, and I'm hoping there's enough parts around here to fix it up.
Need 40.
That's what I need you for. Once you've sorted that harvester, I'll fire it off, it'll bring a storm in, and this lot in here can enjoy the view. Everyone wins. Fantastic. Like there's more than enough parts around here for this repair.
I could use this.
Lying about in metal boxes that the previous occupants of this place were organized. So they should be labeled harvest
fine.
parts.
I'm in third person. What am I in third person? There we go. That's better. I can pick up things better in first person. I don't know why I was in third. Why am I in third person?
By the way,
it's Friday. Friday. We're having fun. And it's gonna be madness.
Scanners are picking up some signatures that aren't new or harvester parts. Go ahead and start looking for those parts, but keep your additional swivel. Aye, those are the ones.
Be madness.
Go ahead and pop that, whatever that is, into one of them consoles. I'm sure those boxes have instructions in them somewhere, mate. Never doubted you for a second, mate. Get the rest of it fixed.
They're trying to hurt us. I'm not trying.
Keep going. Nearly there.
Like, dude, I'm not trying to hurt you. I do want to hurt you. Ah, harvester parts. Stupid, foolish, clumsy demons. What? Hello! Hello, everybody. We're having some fun today in Fallout.
Keep going. Nearly
Time
there.
to keep Appalachia on its
right.
toes.
All the bars are at the top
Oh.
and flashing green, so that's probably a good thing.
Somebody was hitting me.
Getting this thing online. Take a quick breather.
And it's gonna be madness and chaos. A chaos! Hello, sweetie. Hello, Wolfie.
Remember when I told you about them signatures that weren't you?
Voice is a little low. Is that better? I can just talk louder.
Also, I don't
if I need
know
to.
what happens if this harvester doesn't run fully. I'm gonna need you to make sure it charges properly and not let whatever they
It's chaos up in here.
Last thing, I don't like giving refunds.
Madness in
And
the
if these lot in here
wasteland.
don't get
Madness
what
in
I
the
promised them,
wasteland.
they're probably going to want one. So there's another reason
Well,
to charge
he looks
them
like
up.
he's just chilling. He's just like leaning up against this.
Cool.
He's like,
Hang
"Sup?
on.
What's up?"
Killing that one made
Yeah.
the harvester charge a bit more than it normally
Funny.
does. Maybe killing them extra sparky ones will speed
We're
this up.
killing extra sparky ones. That's what I'm doing up here. Come here. Get over here. Get over here. Are you sparky? Are you sparkly? That's why I'm up on the platform, is I got melee, so I gotta run to them. If I was down there, I'd be running all over the place. But up here, I don't have to run too far. I'm all melee today. Melee only. That's why I said let the madness begin in the title, is because it's all melee. Melee madness. Melee Madness Friday! Ah! Dark Wolf. I just read that. You can call me Dark Wolf or Dark Snow or Snowy or... As long as we don't call you late for supper, right? Oh. That one was legendary. It's legend. Wait for it. Legendary. Legendary. Oh. Yes, exactly. Gotta have foods. I went and ate after I put the viewers to bed. Somebody made it up there. I'm on PC, yeah. Are you a PC gamer also? Oh, gotcha. Now, I am carrying some ranged weapons. You two, we'll have to add each other. Oh. Now, this is not my ghoul character, but it's melee madness today. It's all melee weapons. I have this one, and I have that one. The branding iron. Because the branding iron's cool. Too cool. thunder crab. Ooh, stay still. I'm trying to help you out with that nose that you got. Come back here.
You see the way that thing folded after you decked it?
Sweet.
What a roar, man! Well done, mate. A really solid
Sweet.
effort.
What a way to start it
Everyone,
off.
if you
What
could
a way to
stay
kick
inside the
off
bunker for a few
Melee
moments
Madness
while my associates
Friday.
made sure it's safe to exit. Thank you. Cheers, mate. Big effort you made for me there. I won't forget it in a hurry.
Ah, there you are. Accept. I accept. Well, let's see. Wondered how far on the road I had to put my tent. Woo! There we go. I gotta be careful of my weight for this melee madness that we're doing, and I'm doing it for specific oh gosh, specific reason. There we go. I'll get there eventually. This weapon.
Hands are out of control. Evacuate civilians. And
Not
take
that
down
one.
those
This one.
supervisors. Once
So,
they're dealt with, you'll have to reboot the
this
server.
Brandon Iron, I'm hope will count as a improvised weapon, because I'm still doing the robot challenges, and it is to kill robots with improvised weapon.
Alert. Possible source of compostables detected.
Well, huh. I didn't see that one coming.
Potential source found.
So, the Blue Ridge branding iron counts as a sword. Counts as a sword.
Detecting potential composting target. Scanning for fertilizer. Commence biological material processing.
Huh. Okay. I totally did not see that coming. That counts as a sword. A sword.
Potential source found.
Did anybody know that? Anybody? Anybody? Did you all know that this counts as a sword? Hello, Radion. How are you? I just seen you pop into chat.
Automated message. The Forest Watch detects all supervisors down.
Let's take
Good job.
swords for 1,000, Alex, please.
Responder team, proceed to the Ag Center and get to the mainframe. You need to reset the farmhand targeting parameters. That should keep our people safe in the area. Be careful.
Be careful.
Detecting potential composting target. Detecting potential composting target.
It's actually really, really quite effective. Like at 3 hits. It is super effective. Come back here. At 30,
Tech
yeah?
issue. A happy day on the farm.
Woo, chewing through ghouls. Come on.
Soil fertilization requires additional biological material.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Just chewed them up. Yum, 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 yum. Ram! Ram! Guess what today is, Ram? Today is Melee Madness.
Scanning
Friday.
for fertilizer.
And I was using this to see if it was going to be an improvised weapon. But it doesn't count as an improvised weapon. It counts as a sword. Who would have thought? Who would have thought such things? Wait,
Continuing compost.
I thought I heard you. Melee Madness! Melee. All melee today. All melee. I am carrying a ranged weapon just for a little bit. Where do you sign up? Right on the dotted line. It's technically a shish kebab. Really? Huh. I would have never guessed it as a sword. I was like, I need an improvised weapon. And then this one started and it counted as a sword. And I was like, well, I guess we're doing the sword challenge. This thing is cool. It's all get out though. I love it. Hot and spicy. Is that a robot? Come back here. Gotcha. 33. Started off okay. Woo! Woo! All right. Now you know where I go to get all my robots. So hopefully the silo's open and we can run it. Run, 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 run away, silo. Oh my gosh. I love running around as a melee only.
Denied. Facility
Denied.
lockdown in progress. Please
I
wait
guess.
until the lockdown has ended.
Come back here. Come here. Okay, bears are tougher than robots. Just saying. Oh, really? And it's the perfect day! Melee madness and chaos in the wasteland! Yay! Hollow, hollow. Where is that missile silo? Come on, one of these has got to be open. Bravo! Bravo it is. Bravo it is. It is, it is. I was just thinking, like, what? What am I gonna nuke to go melee? Well, see, I'm carrying the auto axe too, because that's melee. So this is more of a tough weapon. This was my improvised weapon. Oh yeah, every move that I've ever made in my life has been like one of those, oh, you gotta move in 20 days, or you gotta move in a week kind of issues. I hate rapid moving, but it's always been a good move.
Error.
You know, it's always been like, oh, finally got out of that place.
Activating security system alpha. Stand by for security inspection.
Oh, can I can reach it, barely.
Time to die.
I gotta remember that that is a barely reachable thing. Click, 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 click. I do have one character that I've made on Xbox that is pure melee character. So the only weapons that that character carries is melee weapons and throwing knives. That's it. Oh, y'all ganging up on me because you know I had the melee weapon. I was gonna be putting the beat down on you today. I think my favorite part about moving though is packing. Because I always start out super like, I'm going to go through this stuff and see what I really need and don't need. And then it always ends up with me going, okay, everything in this drawer is going into this box. I'll sort it out when I get there. Hello, pizza! Welcome to Melee Madness Friday, where it's all melee weapons all the time. Woohoo!
All right, test. Is this working?
Yeah. Yes.
Awesome. Woo.
Ready for some melee madness? Oh, gosh.
I am. You got me for a little bit. I hope you don't mind me just intruding.
No, not at all.
All right.
Additional security
I forgot to make the card. So funny.
Melee madness.
Love it. It still trips me out. I don't want to use the computer. Stop it. It still trips me out that they count this as a sword.
Yeah, they released that information when it first came out, like, but kind of on the down low. And it's the reason why it'll accept sword skins or general melee skins.
Oh. Well, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was really hoping to use this as the improvised weapon.
Fabricating.
Back here.
Registration.
Now that I think about it. Well, if you do skin it, it loses a large portion of its speed. So I don't recommend it.
Well, then I wouldn't get that nice little when it pumps.
Yeah, that ratcheting noise that it
Yeah.
Card detected.
makes. Yeah.
Proceed to the control room with your
Like that, yeah.
clear key card and launch code to initiate the launch.
So are you excited about your move?
Trepidatious. Because I have a community. One of the reasons why I'm actually in Minnesota is because I have a community here that I used to cater for before I actually moved here, and I got in really, really tight with a lot of them. And I don't know if you could call it like marriage into the family, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, there's a lot of hippie, earthy types.
Yeah.
And I just got in so well with them that when I left Boston, I had to leave very rapidly from there. Well, I mean, less rapidly than now, but like I had a month to plan to get a new place, and when I was doing all of the looking around, like Boston is so expensive to live in. There's no way I could have made it under the amount of money I was making at the time. So I had to come back to the Midwest, and they gave me a very soft landing.
Nice.
Yeah. So I went to them again, and I was like, hey. Do you got anything for me? And they're figuring it out as we speak.
Overriding security lockdown. Opening bulkhead doors. Please stand
And again,
clear.
like when I trying to get out of my lease, you know, the ask was, hey, can you give me that 30 days according to the lease itself? And they're like, nope.
Unauthorized
I was like,
personnel
okay,
detected in
not
the
fair, but
operations
okay.
center. Activating mainframe security protocol.
But they
Omega
couldn't really
12.
fight it
All
to that.
personnel defend the mainframe and secure
Oh, they're just
the
mad that they have to let you out.
mainframe
Well,
integrity
my
act.
complaints is the reason
100%.
why I feel are extremely valid, and I've been
Assembling
dealing with this
reinforcements.
shortly after I moved in. There was I mean, without getting too deep into it, the beefs I've had against the property company are many times over.
Oh, pizza with the super chat. Happy Friday. And welcome in, Smashy. Sorry about that. I missed that, I guess. Yeah, we had a property like that, you know, we just, the complaints were valid, but they were like, what complaint?
Yeah, exactly. To really sharpen the needle on this, the previous company that owned this place before the current one does, signed a bunch of people into leases, particularly people that struggled with English as a second language, got them all hooked up into all of these big leases that had, they didn't really fully understand, but these were immigrant families that needed homes right away.
Yeah.
And the system had failed them elsewhere.
Ooh.
And so they showed up, realized after like 3 or 4 months that now they owe over, money in the thousands. And so the company made it all the way to the Supreme Court about what had happened. And a bunch of people had all been evicted out of the apartments. This year, then a couple years ago, the new property management came in and they just straight up don't care. Like the locks on the doors don't work. The people from outside have been getting in. I've had to step over homeless people in the hallways and in the storage areas, and like it's just not safe to be here. I've been doing my laundry, and this is not a sob story, folks. Like I'm gonna be okay, but just the amount of incidents that happened. When I was playing with Paula the last time I played Baldur's Gate, they hit the fire alarm.
Oh no!
It was wild. Yeah, it's just getting out of control, and
like living in a dorm room all over again.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. So finally, I just had enough. I was like, look, I can't. I had to pull the trigger. I had to. You know, my mom had been pushing me for months.
There we go.
My partner had been pushing me for months.
Mainframe integrity at 50%.
Do you have a team open?
I don't. So if you want to make one, I'll join.
Oh, sure. Ah, the old Stephen Martin is here as well.
Stephen Martin!
On the server, yeah. One of the most seen and least heard from people that we know. There are a few of them like that.
Well, I understand. He's trying to keep a low profile and everything.
Yeah. Whatever it was that caused him to do that, that's fine. Whatever people are comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well, I was just saying because, he's so famous.
So famous?
Yeah.
Oh, Stephen Martin being famous?
Yeah. Gotta keep that low profile.
That's how some people are, They'll hang out in your chat. They'll never let you know that they're there, and next thing you know, they're on their server saying hello to you. Which is cool.
Hello, coffee! Oh, Streamlabs likes coffee today, but it doesn't like anybody else. I don't think it's posted anybody else's links. That's so funny.
Oh, look at that. I'm not even in a melee build at the moment.
Me neither.
Damn it! Well, with the branding iron, you almost don't need it.
Right. I didn't think
Not
I
the initial
needed
damage that kills things. You can basically stick them and run.
dot damage. Yeah. You waiting on me? Oh, you waiting on me?
You are about to be introduced to the U.S. Army!
Additional security required.
So yeah, for the last week or so that I've been kind of quiet in people's chats, that's what I've been dealing with. Just kind of negotiating and figuring out what my options are. I think out of all the choices that I had, I think I picked the best one.
Yeah. Because sometimes things work out better than you expect them to. Also.
Yeah, and that's why, normally, because I'm a very, I struggle with depression and I was struggling with it hard back in February and the beginning of March, but now it's just like, well, here we go. Like as what you posted, the meme that you had posted. Some days you're just worrying your ass off, and the next day it's just like, well, here we are.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty positive about it. My friends are great. I've lived with them before. This was my first attempt at living out on my own for once. Normally, I've always had roommates or housemates or had people to, you know,
interact with, talk to.
Yeah. And when you cook for a living, you know, this is kind of like my point of service. You know, I like taking care of my friends, and so when it's just me and the ferret, my job in that regard is I pour the kibble, I wash the bowls, I make sure the cage is clean. That's cool, but it's also like
security personnel.
you know, it's not the same thing.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how you do just cooking for one. Because I know when you go from cooking for a lot of people to cooking for one, it's hard.
It depends. My attitude on it is that it doesn't, to my mind, the way I work is that's not less work, but it's more impactful. Like I can interact with the person. I know what their dietary needs are, and like I'll make my meal according to that, and I'll be like, here's something I wanted to try. Do you wanna check this out? And the only time I've ever kind of failed at that approach was when somebody I know was like and none of my kitchen equipment was sanitized for pure veganism or kosher or even the more hard-edged dietary needs.
Oh yeah.
And they asked me, they're like, when you cleaned your stuff, did you clean it with all the other stuff in the dishwasher? And I was like, yeah, that's how that works. And they were like, yeah, no. They didn't even like the idea of the particles washing over the pans I was using.
So, but, nice. I remember when my brother went vegan, that was hard for all of us to comprehend because he expected my mom to change like her lifetime of cooking.
Yeah. And that can be jarring. And not all vegans are the same. Not all pescatarians are the same. Not all vegetarians are the same. They all have their own levels that they've committed to. And it taught me that I should ask deeper questions.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're in a... Is that what's happening? Are you in a silo?
Yeah.
Oh, did you want company? Because I do know if you go in there, it'll ramp up on both of us.
Sure.
Oh, alright. Then it's mayhem!
It's mayhem! Melee madness.
Right.
Yep. This is the best tip. If you want to run silos a lot, just keep a revolving 15 cores in your inventory. That's what I do.
Yeah. Well, they build up over time. You always get one more. At least, you know, if you're thorough. I think you can get more, but I've only ever gotten the one. If you want to join my team, I can actually just
maintenance activity in the storage
zone
area.
you.
Requesting security response. Security incident in the storage area.
Awesome.
Oh, I can open the shortcut door so you don't have to run all the way around.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Hello,
barcode. You're in alpha.
Beta, not beta, Bravo.
Bravo?
Bravo.
Okay.
Somebody else must be an alpha.
I got my towers next.
Contact lost.
Who's shooting me? Stop that.
You're being haunted by the ghosts of Robo's past.
Scanners readings.
You are an affront to their ancestry.
Fabricating replacement security personnel.
Your presence is not welcome here, human.
I know.
Oh, okay. I gotta.
On
I gotta do the
Timberborn,
thing.
I've made Robo Beavers finally, and I'm
You
waiting
did,
for
I
them
saw
to
that.
take over.
Oh, now they found me. I'm being cut up by Snip Snip.
Trying to give you a haircut.
No, it looks like a Mr. Handy that doesn't have like weapons.
Dang it!
I keep hearing all these cutting noises.
Oh yeah,
That's why I said Snip Snip.
Snip since they got that attachment.
Event is in progress.
Well, it's the name of the Mr. Handy from the Prime TV series. The one that the one that darted Lucy.
Oh right.
Have you seen it? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've seen half of the show.
Oh, okay.
And
I
then-
was saying, no, I've watched the whole series multiple times. Like, I was like trying to deep dive on characters and figure out what's going on, what their motivations were and stuff.
No, we got
Pretty
halfway
hardcore.
through, and then our subscription ran out. We were like, oh darn.
Oh no. Oh, that's ass.
Yeah, I'm sure one day we'll get it back and we'll be able to like power watch 1 and 2 when season 2. When is season 2 dropping?
Resolved. Standing down.
Approach and
It hasn't been
identify
announced.
yourself. Abiding citizens and identify yourself.
I do know that they started filming a couple months ago.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, there was a huge leak about it.
Yeah.
Like, people had drone footage.
Tolerate.
It was a lot better than I expected it to be. And I went
Yeah,
into
was
it
expecting
like
it
I
to be campy
do.
because it's Bethesda.
Yeah.
Like, Bethesda has made Fallout very, very campy. And, like, it had the underlying tone of being that, but it was more horror survival, like gritty stuff back in
Yeah.
the day. And over time, it's just become less so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And,
you know, I went
like,
into
was
it because I know
expecting it to follow
every.
suit.
Oh, sorry. Everybody was worried about like the lore part of it, and I was like, I'm going into this like I do when I go watch a movie adaptation of a book. They're not going to
Yeah.
get everything. They can't do everything.
Yeah. They can't. Usually, budget-wise, it doesn't happen that way. The investors have a say. The actors sometimes get their say.
They'll have
Yeah.
sponsorships that they have to. Yeah, like everything has a little thing to it. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Speaking to the
Head for
protector.
control room. All right. Is the back door open yet? Let's find out. It looks like it is. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hooray! Hello.
So what do you have as a melee weapon today? Oh, you got one too.
Guess what I brought? Since we are brothers and sisters in chaos, let's burn this fucker down. Pardon my French. Pardon mi français. This is your stream. We're gonna follow your rules, and so I figured, you know, imitation is the highest form of flattery. So here we go.
I was gonna say, that's okay. Did you see my Defiance stream yesterday? I was getting
I
so
caught part of it.
aggravated.
Possible stealth unit in the AO.
Yeah, I was letting some. Oh, there's no turrets in there. That will be bothers.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was looking for was turrets. It would appear that a lot of them have been taken out.
Yep.
I don't know how long ago, so. But like, I've only had like one time I've ever done this, and the turrets started respawning.
All clear.
Usually, if it's been run before, they're gone unless the person that ran it just did
Initiated.
a shutdown like
You never know
Terminator.
until you actually get here.
Yeah, that's true.
Personnel to stations.
So otherwise,
Assembling
I'm
launch
just
crew chiefs.
gonna chill right here
Launch
and wait
control
for.
chief. Active.
Wait
It
for
just
the
seems to happen.
things.
Station.
Yeah, I don't want to activate too much if I don't
Unsanctioned
have to.
launch in
Oh, there's
progress.
a bobblehead there.
Security teams to the control room.
Whereabouts?
Security
Right above my
teams
head.
to the control room.
Which one is it? Ooh, energy weapons.
Yeah, energy weapons.
You has. Okay, there is
Facing an assault on
I'm facing an assault from what now? What did you say? That's what I thought.
Yup, stick and move, stick and move. Ooh, I'm so pretty.
Oh, I love melee weapons so much.
I can't wait for them to get the balance patch. You know, because, like, I don't know if, like, they're going to become more damaging, because already they're pretty impressive. Like, lately, but, like, in the hands of a ghoul, when they actually go over, like, the AP and what their individual functions are going to be, you know, I expect to see a lot more variants, particularly with elemental weapons.
Active.
Like, we don't have a cold weapon yet. Energy weapons are kind of like, you gotta work for them. I think the only energy melee weapon that we have that is, like, totally available is the electro hatchet. But nobody uses that. Nobody even uses the hatchet. I tried to, and I was just like, why is this a thing? It's so weak.
Really?
Yeah, it's a mod that you put on the one-handed hatchet.
Challenge accepted, Bram.
I mean, go ahead. Things may have changed. But...
I need to make one now. It's like I love those odd weapons. You know, everybody used to tell me that about the drill too. They were like, "Oh no, the drill's crap. It doesn't do any damage."
It's funny though, isn't it? It just makes me feel all cheeky monkey like, running up on a droid and going, eh. No brain, no pain.
Right?
Like the line from Pet Cemetery 2.
It's okay, Chief Propulsion Officer. You can go out there. You don't have to stand in here. I think he got turned around. He doesn't want to leave his little compartment.
Additional security chief guidance
Oh.
officer.
Whoa. Come back here, Assaultron.
Chief targeting officer active.
So yeah, there's my pirate had the electro axe for a little while, because like one of the key things in the golden age of piracy were called boarding axes, and it's basically, if you had a boarding axe, you'd fly over to the other ship and just start cutting all their ropes with the axe.
Right.
You just chop them as you go to drop the masts.
Okay, yeah,
So
I've actually heard that term before.
Yeah, it's called a boarding axe. Pirates were all about dirty tricks, man. Some of the things that they had.
Where is this guy shooting from?
Like, they were one of the original creators of, well, back in the day it was called a granado, but that's what they had. They had like these little shrapnel grenades. They'd salvage the ship for just crap, and then pack it in gunpowder and cover it with like leftover scrap. They'd light this thing up and throw it on the deck, and it would just, even if you didn't kill anybody, you probably maimed several.
And that would be just enough, because, you know, that time period, you got infection, they're out at sea.
Most pirate ships had crews that were smaller than the larger ships. So they needed to be fast, and they needed to be scary. A lot of them would, like light firecrackers in their, like, what is it, one of the legends is that Blackbeard, like, the twist ends of his mustache, he would put like black powder in the mustache, and then as he's boarding over, he'd light his beard on fire and charge the deck, and people were all like, "What the hell is that?" You know, and that's how he got his name. They saw him coming with the black beard, but that wasn't his real name. You know, not a lot of them. There were only a couple of pirates that actually used their real names, and that's because they all had naval military records previous.
Look at this guy.
Uh-oh. That's gonna be a problem.
He's like, I'm not going out there.
Yeah, hold on, let me see if I can... That's a problem.
Where are you going?
No, we can't reload him.
No.
We gotta wait for him to. I don't know if.
I think it'll finish anyway.
It might. We'll know in about 2 seconds. Yep, there it is.
Launch prep complete. All systems.
Perfect timing.
No!
Standing by.
That's how I finished this.
Yeah, so pirates needed every single advantage that they could muster, including coming up with some really creative ideas in order to make crews. Like that's what the Jolly Roger was.
Granted.
If you flew the flag as you got close, you would strike fear into the captain, forcing them to surrender before you'd even, and that's how it went. Like after a while, companies from the East Indies Trade Company would be like, look, if a pirate boards you, and if you don't think that you're gonna make a really good fight, just let them take everything and sue for whatever piece that you can get, you know, and via con Dios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our approach to the wasteland too.
Exactly. That's why I made my pirate, because I was just like, if I get oddly specific with my weaponry, you know, now I've got a theme. Maybe inspire people to be landlocked pirates with the rest of us, you know?
Right.
So I did try that, but I was like too early as a streamer. I didn't know enough folks. People would show up and be like, oh, that's cool, but I'm not into it.
I remember like
Now we get flushed to the surface.
Like when I first started this and started talking to people, one of the first groups I met were all they did was the role play. They didn't do quests, they didn't do events, they did this just role play thing. And I was like, I don't think I could do this. I want to do the quest.
No, role play 100% of the time. Yeah, I like action and improvisation, you know?
Yeah.
I want to, you know, and that was something that a lot of people like couldn't really get behind, especially when I was because I have been an event organizer in the past. Like my main characters were kind of known in some of the other MMOs that I played. They knew who they were getting involved with. Where did you launch? I didn't even check. It looks like
Titan.
Mole Mommy.
Mm-hmm. It's not
that has now entered my that's entered my headcanon since you guys mentioned it. I was like, oh, Mole Mommy instead of Mole Daddy. I'm cool with that.
Radiated ash in the morning.
Completely disappears.
Yeah, Marooner culture. Yeah, Radion brings up a good point. Marooner culture like affected it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There were entire islands where like if a boat had been smashed or they couldn't make it, they'd leave slaves or other like temporary employees or whoever they felt was non-essential, so that they could salvage the boat in whatever, you know, port of call that they were closest to. Leave the Marooners on the island, and then next thing you know, you've got whole Marooner colonies existing, you know? Some of them have folded in on themselves, some of them came together, you know, a lot of people from multiple different walks of life, people would lose their prejudices or enhance them. Like, that is, you know, Jamaica, the Barbados, all of those islands, all the way from the east coast of South America that go all the way to Florida. You know, they had to integrate with native populations, and they added to the pirate legacy as well. They made their mark. It's crazy. It's so cool.
Oh, it's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
I am kind of a history buff. I love history. And so like it's just fascinating how like insane human beings actually are. If you look at them from a historical angle, you will see that we were capable of some insane shit. Things that we hold prejudices now in certain cultures like didn't faze others. It was so wild. Why is the Titan? Oh, yeah, that's right. The Titan starts. I'm like, I do this so infrequently.
Yeah, I always like to nuke things that people don't nuke all the time. Like, everybody nukes Queen.
Yeah. Because it's easy and everybody can do it.
It's quick.
It's kind of like the easiest one out of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Australia. You know, there was a lot of stuff that happened on the other side, like the west coast of South America as well. Madagascar had a huge, the Caspian Sea, like Southeast Asia. This all started with my fascination for like African piracy over in Somalia and Ethiopia. Because I've met people who, you know, saw that come about in real time. Like family members got involved in that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hey, Wolfie, it's me, Ram.
Hey, Wolfie.
Yeah.
Oh, where'd he go? Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
It's on the hill.
She starts in the middle and then moves up to that ridge. That micro ridge. And I can hear rats.
Oh, is this your ghoul character?
Yep. It's the season of ghouls, and I'm here until
Somebody
the bitter
didn't
end.
get a crystal.
I got it. I'm on it.
So call this the hot rock back massage for this Titan. There you go. Yeah, I think this one is supposed to be a brood mother, isn't it?
It would make the most sense. Some people gender it, other people don't. Some people don't even care. But like I think, you know, calling it the mole mommy made the most sense. Oh, this is interfering with my... Like I can't hit it so hard. No! Hold on. I can't tab you for some reason.
Oh no! Oh.
Yeah, this is like, this position is really weird when you get behind them. And if you get inside them, you can melee for crits, but you're also kind of at the same time being slowly pushed out like a fart.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'd go in there with chainsaws or auto weapons. And if you go inside and point up, it's automatic crit every time.
Really?
Yep.
I was gonna say I've been inside of it with the chainsaw before, but I never noticed that if it was crit or not.
Yeah, you'll get yellow. Well, actually, yellow damage is weak point and or crit damage.
Yeah, that's all I'm getting on the back is yellow.
Yep. Yeah, the base and the... I'm trying to think of... I couldn't tell you, but there's also a spot that you can actually shoot from the front.
But I also thought this would be the funnest one to melee, because, you know, if you melee Earl, you might glitch.
Yeah.
Silly. And
yeah.
Queen is hard to melee unless she lands.
Well, yeah, it's really hard, but I have at one point in time, like I was on this character, and I forget. I think it was my Fargassier named my weapon too, the crochet mallet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And if you get up to her, you get close enough for that little melee teleport that you can do.
Yeah.
You can ride her down to the ground, but only underneath very specific. I've tried so hard to do it because I thought, man, like when people say Avengers Assemble, I can actually show up to that. That's the way I look at it. And yeah, I rode her straight to the ground. I was able to get a couple of shots in on her before she dropped down, and then she just, the moment she touched down, she was dead.
This is Appalachia. We don't say Avengers Assemble, we just say chaos!
No. I know. Don't die! Is our battle cry. Oh, thank you, Wolfie. I appreciate that. I have a wonderful voice, apparently.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'll agree.
Never heard.
Yes.
I mean, I don't. Just because, like, first of all, like, the way I sound recorded doesn't even sound like my voice to me.
Yeah, I absolutely,
you know, especially digitally.
I hate recordings of my voice. It's always
I got
really,
the mole mommy bat.
really painful to watch streams back to find clips and stuff because I'm like, oh god, did I say that? Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, I know you can't see this, Snowy, but I'm making the heart gesture towards my camera that isn't on. See, Captain and Commander and Other Side of the World. I did. No, was it Master and Commander? I did. I saw it a long time ago. My favorite pirate story is Black Sails, because it incorporates so many wonderful things, including, like, and you know, call me controversial, but like the inclusivity of queer culture in pirate culture. And so I was just blown away by the depth of character writing. Absolutely blown away. You can't find that anymore. not written in such a beautifully wonderful, like, gritty and hard-hitting and impactful way.
Okay, now I need to find that upgrade for the hatchet. Where would it be?
Yeah. Where are you headed?
No, I need to find that upgrade for the hatchet, so I was gonna look it up real quick.
Oh, you can. I find them most predominantly at RNG station. I'm on my way over there now. RNG? You can't. I don't think you can actually craft them. The mesh, the addition to the meshes is basically a plasma core that is connected to the hatchet head via a jumper cable.
Nice.
It looks so weird looking. It's absolutely Wastelander-tastic.
Wastelander-tastic.
Yeah, I don't know what else to call it. It's Bethesda build logic, you know, for Fallout.
You looking at me? How
Okay,
about you stop looking and start buying?
Let's drop that.
Yeah, there it was. There it was. I was like, it's not here, and then there it was. It was the very next one.
Yep,
Hatchet
it's underneath mods.
Electro-Confusion. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, and then you come over here. This is one of the reasons why I like it, because this one has usually, if I need spare mods, this is the place I come.
Nobody really hits this one a lot, you know?
No, but also, like, in the north, if you want to, like, let's just say there's only 2 or 3 vendors that you can actually buy the bayonet mod for muskets.
Oh my gosh, it really is jumper cables and duct tape.
Yeah, so Sunny Top and Grafton, the vendor bot in Grafton, and the vendor bot in Grafton Station are the only ones that sell bayonets. So each of these locations has a special kind of thing going on for them. But yeah, if you absolutely have to get swing speed on it though in order for it to be. But yeah, it's great.
Oh, I need to try this out. This is hillbilly rigged if I've ever seen
it.
Right?
just scratch built jury rigged goodness. And look at that. Look at the size of it. Like, The jumper cable is attached right to the handle. Can you guys see that in chat? Like, I wish you could see from my viewpoint because I got a full view of it, but like...
Look at that.
Yeah. Choppa choppa. Like,
oh, wait,
and it's like
see.
you...
If I go into
like, what's
photo
grounding
mode.
that thing? Like, what? The fact that you're holding it by the handle, you know, is the reason why you're still standing.
It's a wooden handle, I guess.
It's not safe.
No, it's not. Is anything in the wasteland safe?
No. We're all slowly dying from radiation and tetanus.
You don't think you've ever seen a hatchet like that, huh? Well, it is 100% makeable in-game. We're going to go give it a try. Where can we try this out? Oh, Hunter's Bill's right here.
Yeah. We goes.
I was going to say West Tech, but Huntersville's like right before it.
Hey, Pika.
Hello, Pika. Everybody see the cool new emoji that I was able to upload yesterday because we got new members that Pika made? It is a a beaver ghoul.
I gotta, at one point in time, whenever I get monetized,
Got him for $274.
I'm gonna need like rams and goats and anything with antlers and horns. Hi! What's going on, gentlemen? All right,
Okay,
go ahead.
A solid, like...
She's like a juggalo now.
110. Absolutely. ICP forever.
Oh my god.
This is great.
I haven't tested it since they added the new...
You should try it now that you're a ghoul, and you know ghoul melee is pretty tight right now.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, I tried to. I was like your neighborhood gaming, where I was just avoiding meta for so long.
209. That.
Yeah.
That was a good hit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm from Detroit, Radion. I know. I remember ICP before they got popular. Everybody in my school knew who ICP and Kid Rock and Eminem. We knew who they were.
I hear the tornado sirens. I'm not gonna freak out this time because it's the first Friday of the month.
It's 11 or 1 if wherever you're at, it's probably it's
the test, yeah.
Yeah, for us it's like Sunday at 1 p.m.
Ours is the first Friday of the month.
Hey, guess what? Hey girlfriend, hold up. Psst, psst. You want to go to West Tech?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Let's go mess up some super mutants.
Let's go. Oh, we could just run. Okay, never mind.
Are we running the right way? We are.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we have a Ghoulzilla in.
Ghoulzilla! Oh, that's a great name.
Yeah. Ghoulzilla, like the one from Fallout 4 that's on the raft near the power company. The water and power company. What's going on, everybody? We heard that there was a party here. You think all that leather's gonna stop you from choking on the fumes?
Oh, we got more coming down the hill right here.
Yeah. Apple.
See how you walk without kneecaps.
Bad doggy. Ooh.
Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Everybody, you need to make one of these. Do it right now. Make one of these.
Do it now.
Was you in there streaming when we was doing that with the beaver stream? The Arnold Schwarzenegger beavers.
Right.
Oh, that
my
was
God.
bad. Oh.
I'm a beaver, you idiot. Yeah, it should be right
there.
down here.
That was a nice little jog.
No.
No.
If I can help it, if the distances are short enough, I'll try to run, because you never know what's going to happen along the way. You might see something that you've never seen before. Uh-oh! Whoops! Danger, Will Robinson, danger! Hey, guess who I found? Now we know why the area's clear.
Oh, Graham! Oh, I didn't mean to hit you, Graham.
Graham apparently is settling the family differences.
Ooh, watch him swing that tenderizer.
Yeah. I'm just gonna let them figure this out. I'm not getting in the middle of a brawl between two super mutants. I think Graham's got that covered.
Graham hit him like 4 times, and all he does is like try to backhand him. Hey, Graham. What's up?
What's up?
What you got?
I mean, if he's selling popcorn, I'm down.
Oh.
Selling popcorn and moo moo treats.
Well, I was looking for a few plans for my other character, my ghoul character. But there you go.
Flaming glow with knives. Oh man, what do you got? What do you got that I haven't bought?
Anything good?
Honey Crisp. Blackberry Honey Crisp. That just sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually
that
get
sounds like
from it,
a real life.
Yeah. I want to know what that tastes like.
Don't ask me where I got this stuff.
Oh, here's Chally.
Moo you need a good
Milk Chally? Chally
Yeah.
has no milk
I have
today.
I have a Gourmand's Crit Luck Gourmand's Ultrasight Gasoline Laser that I've been holding on to forever, hoping somebody will take it off my hands.
Quiet. You follow me. You a good friend.
Like, the first star isn't all that great, but you can improve that easily.
Me and you always. Charlie and
Aww. Me and you always,
Good
Charlie.
friends on the road.
Oh, I love how he treats Chally. It is so endearing. He's like the nicest super mutant.
He reminds me a lot of Fox.
He's like, I just want to travel around with. Oh, oops! I entered the wrong instance.
Did you?
Let me redo that.
Am I? Yeah, I guess I'm the leader, aren't I?
Yeah, I entered solo. Because it was like, you should have been right there in the doorway at least.
Oh wow! Apparently, I did not complete my challenges from yesterday. Oh wait, no, these are new. How are they? Oh, because it's 11.
It's
7 minutes after 11. Kill a honey beast. Huh?
Kill a honey beast. What did it do to you? Let's see. No.
Deathclaw steak.
Stop. Okay. There we go.
Glowing meat.
And
Nuka candy, pemmican, and half the. I have literally like three or four whole scorch beasts. If you were to combine all of the meat I got from them.
oh, really?
I could probably make a scorch beast right now if I were to super glue it all together.
Oops.
I can get goo while I'm here. This is a good idea. Toxic goo is good for goose.
Do one of those rare things where I repair armor. No, stop it! I keep going into my perk cards.
Oh wow, yeah. They die so much faster with all my food buffs up.
There we go.
Yeah, did you ever hear the song that I made for the Toxic Goo is Good for Ghouls song?
No.
I've played it a bunch of times on my channel. Yeah, when I make music.
Oh, I know. I haven't heard that one yet.
I played it, and Rufus the Red was like, "That sounds amazing," and now he plays it on his channel. It's such an earworm. He loves it, and then he let me have his what is it called, the Sugar Bomb song, which is also hilarious. All right, how much toxic?
This is definitely so much fun.
Yeah,
so much fun.
I'd rip his legs clean off.
Wait.
Things are about to get lewd up in here. People are gonna get spit roasted. Yeah, that's right. Lift your chin. Lift your chin. Look Daddy in the eye. Woo.
Oh, I'm just now seeing that it does the electrified effect on them.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully it's been better. I haven't, like, when when the elemental changes happened, I kind of just stuck with my Buzzblade, because that's one of the few others. I think it's the only other one that can get electrified. I can always count on a bullet trajectory to let me know where the enemies are. Otherwise, I'd be staring into the dark corners of everything.
Oh, sweet.
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
I'm over here dealing with the hounds.
I'm leaving my brand on his booty. You are now proud property of the Blue Ridge Cattle Company.
See, did we get them all in here?
I don't know.
Since this
I
one
left
upstairs?
a little bit of Brokeback Mountain wherever I went.
Woo. This guy.
You find anyone?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. I'm in the stairwell now. Oh. Can't. There you go. Nope, you stay in there. Oh, really? Apparently super mutant hounds can open doors.
Oh, really?
Wow, yeah, and I'm just imagining that. I've seen cats open doors before, but I've never seen a dog do it. I know that they're capable.
Yes,
you know,
they are.
some of the really smart ones, like huskies, can do it. I've seen a husky do it because they're freaking brilliant.
Sorry, I didn't mean to like throw the mutant hound at you there.
Yeah, I love sled dog breeds because they're so smart, but they're also like incredibly temperamental.
I think we found a new favorite weapon. I need a name for this weapon, chat. What do you think?
Oh,
this electrofusion hatchet needs a good name.
Nothing wonderful comes to mind at the moment, but I feel it. That's why I just named mine the boarding axe. It's probably on my mule somewhere still. It's one of those god rolls that I love so much I couldn't bear getting rid of it. Just because it's too perfect. And
let's see.
When you get a god roll weapon that is just like, what the hell?
This one is Furious, Heavy Hitters, and Durability.
Oh, nice. There you go.
So that was nice. That's nice. That's a nice set. Is there anybody down here left?
No, I think whoever was down here may have moved up. I don't even have a blip.
Nope, no blips.
Yeah, all the lower stairs are open too, so I think they came and tried to come after us. They heard us making all that ruckus in the other room.
Yep.
West Tech wing access code required.
Oh yeah. we'll go...
Yeah, I think that's for the Brotherhood of Steel quest, I think. And this one says I have invalid credentials.
What? Oh, that's the storeroom.
Yeah. I think there's a chemistry bench in here somewhere.
There's a tinker's bench over here where I'm at.
Is it? Okay. I'm coming to you.
But there's tons of chemistry ones in here. Let's see.
Yeah.
Static chopper for the hat, for the hatchet.
Oh.
That sounds like a...
Yeah, see, I was thinking in those.
It slices, it dices.
The slap chop.
Slap chop.
You're gonna love my nuts, you know? Like that guy. What's his name? Vince Hopper?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
there we go.
That dude was his own meme. Like he spoke his meme into existence just by being who he was. And then he got into really big trouble, and he got the shit beat out of him by a prostitute. Oh, it was great. I was like, well, you reap what you sow.
Jesse Fee says, call it Handy Andy. Oh, that's a good one,
Handy
too.
Andy. That sounds great.
That's a good one.
Handy Andy.
I could rename it.
So let it be written, so let it be done.
Oops. That's what Drac
any
calls
other
everything.
thing I could think of would be lewd. Maybe too hot for television.
Too hot. I've got it right now. Currently, it's named Slap Chop.
Ooh. And the Drildo, we've already got. I'm gonna go grab the Drildo, I think.
Sergeant Mr. Drildo.
Yeah. Since we're being a little spicy in the stream today.
Oh. You want to hit me with the cold, huh? Hang on. Take this. It slices. It dices. You will be amazed. Come back here.
It slices, it dices, it juliennes, and it keeps the neighbor kids in their own yard.
I'm having a hard time hitting this floater because he's too high.
Yeah. You are you on keyboard?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then usually things that are just out of you. Like, luckily the Q on the keyboard is next to the A, so it's real easy for me to go into that, but...
I hardly ever use VATS outside of raids. Unless I'm using the fixer, because then the fixer works with VATS really well. Let's see. Let me put that up and that up and that. And those two things. I don't need to be carrying all of that. And then let's
Oh, wow. How did I get 19 bulk copper? Where did that come from?
Did you max cap one day?
I mean, I don't remember. Oh no, my max caps out all the time, but I haven't bought anything in quite a while. But copper is one of those things that you should definitely hold on to, because you'll need it. Copper is good for energy ammo.
Energy ammo or anything electric in your camp.
Yeah, yeah. And you'll be glad you did.
It's electric.
Scrap junk to produce glass.
I'm over encumbered? What? No
You're
way.
right over your tent. Check yourself for like scrap kits, or are you on your high level character?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the one that you
carrying
raised
100
with.
pounds of crap. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to drop your rat away in your Rad X, because you probably got like hundreds of each.
Hello, Otto. How's it going? You're still new to 76, but you played 4 a whole bunch. There's a lot to take in when starting. There is.
Yeah,
Jesse, what platform are you on?
Huh? Did anything?
I want to see what this
back?
thing looks like on display. Oh, you can't display it there. Weapons.
Bulk.
Because
glass.
You know this is going to look ridiculous.
And then I scrap glass. There it goes. I must have. Oh, you know what I did? I grabbed gears. Ammo at workbench. I thought I. Yeah, that's right. No. No. No.
Oh, so it has to go on the larger weapon rack. And oh, yes. That looks ridiculous. I love it.
Kill an enemy in Skyline Valley. That should be.
Look at that. So there you go, chat. That's what it looks like. It's
there you go.
A fusion core. Oh, it looks like a rubber band.
Is it?
Almost.
Or maybe it's electrical tape.
Electrical tape. Yeah.
Yeah, thin electrical tape. It looks like a bondage tool is what it looks. It's just a cracked up.
Just doesn't look right. But that's what it looks like. I'm gonna pick that back up because I don't want it to put it away just yet.
So.
And then we have Mr. Sergeant Drildo here.
Oh man.
I can fix it. I can fix it. Yeah, that looks alright.
That's a spirit. Heal it with damage.
Mm-hmm. Alright, where else are we gonna go to cause mayhem and madness?
Oh, Captain Spatchcock already made it to the Honeybeast lair. He beat me to it. So we may have to find a new place. Honeybeasts. I think that there's
sometimes at Colonel Kelly Monument.
Is it? I generally let me look at the wiki real quick. Middle Mountain Pit Stop. The 3 can reliably be found.
Oh, Jesse, you're on PlayStation? There's a couple people we know that can help you out. Let's see, CoffeeGhost, if you're subbed to CoffeeGhost.
Yeah, Stabby and Bear.
Stabby, Bear, yeah. Pika.
Social Chef.
There's a bunch of people that we can get you hooked up with. Let's see what it's at Colonel Kelly. I know they can be here because I do that Hunter's Lodge thing all the time. Oh, I wonder if I start that quest, it will Honeybeast be one of the things.
Oh, I got a Vampire's Ripper with power attack. Let's play with this for a little while. Wait, where did my drill go? Oh no, my drill's on my archer character. Damn it.
Hello, Navy. Pika and Bear hook you up all the time? Yeah, they're good like that.
Yeah, they're solid peeps. They are among my favorites.
I love this thing. This thing slaps. Woo! Let's go ahead and pick up those shooting targets also.
Black Bear Lodge. Friendly Hunting Club. I am the Huntmaster for Black Bear Lodge. You must be here to sign up for the tournament. Very well. I'll add your name to the rolls.
Yeah, sometimes if it's kill... Oh, yep, kill one honey beast.
And kill. We've had a recent influx of new species, so don't
Yeah,
be surprised.
honey beast right in front of Black Bear Lodge. Oops, and I just
Wait, what?
I've just fast traveled away. If you start that Huntsmaster quest, sometimes the animal that you're looking for that's hard to find will be one of them.
Oh,
Black Bear Lodge.
Black Bear Lodge?
Yeah. There should be more than one. I'm there now. Let me see. Yeah, there's 3 down here.
I almost never.
There's 4. There's 4 down here.
Oh, that'll be nice. Perfect.
Because it spawns them in with the challenge.
Wonderful.
I will kill one and then leave. And then you can have one if anybody else is in chat and is on the server and you need a honey beast. There's 3 of them left now. Getting ready to be 2 of them left. Ooh.
Oh wow! Okay, that was fast. I forget. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This weapon is OP. I gotta stop.
So, and there are 2 confirmed present at Middle Mountain right now? Okay. Oh yeah. It's safe and sound if that pops. Well, now I got this quest up. Alright. Oh.
I remember I gave this weapon to my girlfriend, and she loved it so much. I made one for her, and then I forgot I also made a second one for myself, and it's just been sitting in my inventory. I haven't done anything with it since
you made it.
Yeah.
The shish kebab. Now I've tried it out a few times. I don't.
I had a god roll shish kebab once, but I couldn't really get into it. I don't know why.
There's supposed to be a rad stack around here. Where is it?
Fallout Shelter, man. Oh my god, I've beaten that a bunch of times.
Fallout Shelter. I need to play it. I need to give that a good try.
Yeah, it's just it's not. It's a game that kind of reveals itself over time of like, how would I have to say, is because you don't have to care about your vault dwellers so much.
Yeah.
It kind of puts you into the I mean, you can name them, you can like I did, I had names, and I got Preston Garvey, so I remember I was playing and I was like, this is the legacy of Preston Garvey. And he was like my breeding stud for a while, since he had the highest attributes of anybody in my shelter for a while. So like there were a bunch of Garveys running around, just tons and tons of them.
It's like the Gary Vault. Garvey? Garvey.
Yeah.
Oh. I love the Gary Vault. That was so funny.
It's super crazy. I remember the first time I went in there and I was like, what the hell is this?
Gary?
Ed Redacted. Gary? Oh, Gary. You know, I was just like, god damn. Like, this is creepy. Twilight Zone level creepy.
It was, since they were using that, like, Jack Nicholson Shining voice, you know?
Yeah.
Gary?
Gary?
Oh, I don't know.
Gary!
Here we go.
I imagine the voice actor at the time was just like, it's only one word. Yeah, but say it about 5,000 different ways and make it worse every time.
I wonder if I attach these with screws, will it stay? Let's see. Perfect.
Yeah, I never got Amada. She didn't exist in the beginning. I remember, yeah, one of mine, I got Colonel Autumn, and that was hilarious because he comes in and he's got like massive stats, and so he ended up doing all of the expeditions that I was doing with all my Vault Dwellers had him in it because he's the only one who could survive for the longest time. And then when you get the training rooms together, it's like now everybody has stats of 10. And then like everything gets to be super easy, and then you've got to learn how to arrange rooms so that when fire spread or they get invaded, you've got all your best people right there waiting for them when they arrive. And having two people at the vault door is great, but like they will eventually get pushed through if you get death claw invasions.
Ooh. I'm gonna head to the flooded train yard.
Oh yeah, that's
Snallygasters.
Snally Central. One of my favorite. I think it was my first Fallout 76 short. I was in there killing Snallygasters.
In the flooded train yard.
Yeah, I was up on Snallygasters. This was like a year ago. I'm in there and I'm taking out Snallygasters with the character that I'm actually playing right now. And I run up on one and I hit him and I kill him and he's dead, but he's still spinning around in circles. So I started playing that one song, "You Spin Me Right Now, Baby, right around like a record, baby." And I was just like, I was losing my mind. I was like, what in the fresh hell is this?
That song was partly the inspiration for my name. The Spin
Was
45.
Yeah, okay, so now I gotta know, since you brought it up. What, ooh, one of the cryptid hunt is, Mothman.
Really?
That you get the DNA from?
Mm-hmm.
That's a first. Usually it's always, like, something I don't want to hurt.
Auto!
Like, it's usually, like...
Usually something like
a mega sloth. Yeah, it forces me to kill a mega sloth, and I don't like it.
Well, I got my one Snallygaster, and I don't need another. Alright, so what did you need to know about my name?
Yeah, how did you decide your name?
Well, the channel started with me wanting to share a short with a friend that I gamed with on Xbox.
Uh-huh.
And I set it to music, because we were all the time bouncing music off of each other.
Yeah.
All the time. And so I set it to music and I sent it to him because he was teaching me how to play Dark Souls 2.
Uh-huh.
And so we get to a part and he had to go and he's like, "Here, just keep going." And I didn't get too far, so I sent him a clip of it, and it was I forget what song it was set to. Maybe Aw Nah.
The what?
Aw Nah.
Aw Nah?
Yeah. Nappy Roots.
Oh, there's a band I haven't heard much from lately. Yeah, sorry, that was obscure.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
Yeah. So that's where the shorts came in, getting posted, was with the music, and then Spin is actually like a combination of my first middle and last name.
Oh,
and then the 45s is
kind of sealed it.
The first record I ever owned was a 45.
Yeah.
That was mine, not my parents or. And so that was kind of like how the channel got named. But then so the inspiration for the name part of it came from that "You Spin Me Right Round," and they were like, "Oh yeah, the letters in your name can spell that." And I was like, "Oh yeah." Mm-hmm. If you just take a few from each, yeah.
Wow.
I guess that was it.
the origin of the Rameth Zero is long and storied.
Well, I always wondered. I was like, this has got to be a story.
Rameth Zero?
Yeah.
Well, some of it is a little on the psychotic side because I was in an altered state. And a lot of it, like the whole like ram skull thing, has a lot to do with I used to be a really big Shadowrun player for both like consoles and PC, and like I still have a lot of the harebrained Steve versions of the game. And it's like cyberpunk, but also magic. Magic and fantasy elements added to it. So I was a really big fan of that game for a long time. And when your name is Rameth Zero, I was like, okay, for some people are going to struggle with this name. They struggle with my name in real life. You know, my real life last name is like, if you saw it, like it gets mispronounced all the time.
It's one of those ones you look at and your eyes go cross.
Yeah,
yeah. Like,
well, not even, the name is so old. The only people who would probably get it would be British people. But it's not even naturally like the way my family pronounces it and the way it was originally pronounced is like not even the same. So it's a Danish name from like a long time ago. And then when the Vikings came over to England, they left a lot of little colonies and stuff. So
wait,
you know, my
oh, there he is. I was like, Frederick was slacking on the job.
Yeah, and so the Zero part was in Final Fantasy VII. I used to do this crazy trick where I would put materia to set up for like, there were a lot of people that were doing materia setups for summoning materias that were kind of insane. And like you could literally set your controller down, let the animation play, go make breakfast, eat breakfast, come back, and the animation would finally be complete. And so when you're doing creatures like the ruby weapon or the emerald weapon, my materia set up where I was summoning Bahamut Zero. And so the Zero part kind of caught on, and I added that to the end of Rameth. And then I used Rameth for a while as like my online handle sometimes.
Yeah. Oh.
I have a similar, like with all the computers I've ever owned, when you name your computer, there's been like an evolution of that name as well. Similar to, you know, my online handle as well.
Oh my gosh, we got another planking robot.
Yeah, so I've had this name for a long time. Planking robot where?
The White Springs. He's bringing planking back.
I'm bringing planking back. Oh,
Those papers aren't in yet, but
right.
got some old books.
He's fine. He's just on his union break.
That's when you know you work in retail, when you're like, break time, I'm just laying in the floor right here. Truth, people, that's truth. Now, speaking of names, I used to teach. I taught mathematics and law and ethics.
I used to tutor that.
And a couple other things, but I had one class where, I kid you not, everybody in the class, every girl in the class had the same name, but different variations of it.
Confusing.
Very. This
I
was
love the sigh.
This was a college class, so they were
you were like
adults.
What?
I was looking at the roster and I was like, I'm being punked. Oh, but yeah, it was all like different variations of it. I was like, this cannot be real. No, it was very real. Very.
Yeah, Otto knows what I'm talking about. Wait, where? Oh, underwater. Never mind.
Okay, I'm getting caught up in chat. Navy, you're part British.
Yeah, me too.
That makes sense. That makes sense with your name too, because the British Navy was absolutely famous, or still is absolutely famous. I still want to read the naval books from the 1800s. That's on my
naval history is amazing.
Oh yeah,
like it's just some of the shit that they've had to do. Because when you're working with a wild ocean, thinking out of the box becomes part of your strategy.
Well, not only that, but if you're looking into like the Coast Guard or like the crab fishing. Oh, what's it called? Deadliest Catch. That was like so fascinating.
I was a huge fan of that show for a while. Whenever I see Stig in chat, I always think of that show. Because that was the name of one of the captains.
Sig.
Captain Stig. Yeah.
Sig Hansen.
Mm-hmm.
Phil was so special. I'm killing enemies in Skyline Valley.
Yeah, I just finished that myself.
That's so cool, Navy. Now, do you have a naval history also?
My almost, like, so many people in my family have served in the military.
Now, ours was Army.
Yeah, my grandpa, a lot of my uncles, all three of my nephews. Good Lord, their kids are military kids. There's a lot of military kids in my family. I grew up on Army bases for a while, for like the longest time, until my father was no longer a military person. And then like my stepfather comes along, he's a military person. And then the man my mom eventually married long term with, also a military person. So it's just like, wow.
Well, my grandpa did, he was in all major campaigns in World War II.
Wow, respect.
Yeah.
That could not have been easy.
No, I didn't find that out until after my grandmother's death, and we were going through his stuff.
Yeah, oh my God, when you're dealing with deaths in the family and all the secrets come out.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
There's there's a lot of things that wasn't too bad.
Oh sure, like things that you wouldn't bat an eye at today.
Yeah. Like that one was pretty cool. It's like, oh, he was in all the major, he stormed the beaches. He was like in every major movement of that war. And then my grandpa on my mother's side, his father was a moonshiner and wanted him to, at some point, wanted him to kill somebody. And so my grandfather packed his stuff, and he went out there with his gun, and walked out there so his dad would think he was going to lie in wait to kill this man, and then he just kept walking. And he left home. That's how he left home.
Wow.
He never looked back.
Damn, Appalachian culture is so crazy. I did a deep dive on that for the character that I'm currently playing. Like if I were to recount her entire backstory compared to like some of the documentaries that are out there, like you're like, wow, that kind of fits everything.
Yeah, he also stood toe to toe with the authorities when the mines were protesting for their union.
Yeah, they brought like freaking military people out to kill workers during the Gilded Age. It's like, really? Oh yeah. Oh, it was like that.
Yeah, so finding out, there's a lot of things, like finding out my grandfather's father was a moonshiner is like, we need you to kill people. It was kind of disturbing, but then finding out he was like, nah, I'm gonna leave home.
Yeah.
And then that, you know, he stood up for unionization of the coal mines. That was awesome. And he worked, you know, my dad worked coal mines and worked on the railroad. And
yeah, did you hear about how the mafia families in both New York and in Chicago would come down to West Virginia during like Prohibition and just like, y'all are working for us now? And the hillbillies were like, who said? And the feud was on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in backfields and in railway stations, like anywhere that the moonshiners would transport, like military or the mafia people would be there waiting, and shit just got wild.
You're not invisible, Wolfie. No, I thought that was fascinating how you came up with your username.
Wolves and wolves are amazing. Yeah, no, I've got a buddy, he calls him, I grew up with my friend Rob, who also Irish boy, Irish family, like their family was like my family at the same time too. I grew up with this dude, and we all had, they called us the Wolf Pack, me and all my friends growing up, and we all had Wolf Pack names, but he was the original Wolf in the group. So if it seems like I'm not reacting, it's because I know this story.
I'm sorry,
but it's cool.
The stars are not in position for this fortune.
I had a really stupid name, like it was just, I don't even think I gave it to me either. I didn't even pick it, but it ended up just becoming, you know, what I was known by growing up.
Oh, they always, I was called Pebbles.
Really? Why Pebbles?
From Flintstones?
Yeah. I caught on to that.
Yeah, because my mom would do my hair like that.
Were you fruity?
No, my mom always did my hair like that.
Aww.
Until I got old enough to do it myself. I was like, no.
Yeah, come on, Deathclaw, let's go. Yeah. Not a chance.
There we go. Daily's done.
Yep.
Now I can get back to chaos. Ooh, where can I go? Ooh, I'll go to Camden Park. That's kind of close. I apologize, Wolfie, if you feel like we're ignoring you. I promise you're not. We're not.
Yeah. Growing up Gen X, man, we were barrel packs of us children. Mm-hmm. I remember Block Wars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dirt clod fight.
I grew up in the country, so it was holler wars for us.
Oh, okay? So straight up holler wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't in the Midwest. We don't call them that. My grandma did because she's from Georgia, but to an outsider, you know, people be like, "What the holler?"
Which one of you guys are cursing my shelter safe? What's happening with your shelter? Yeah, I might have to give that a go.
Oh, I picked up Guns and Bullets somewhere along the way. The Guns and Bullets 5.
Snow wolves are wicked.
Wolves in general are pretty wicked. I'm glad they cleared up a lot of what we considered now to be mythology of wolves.
Yes.
The people who originally, like, so many people fell in love with the wolf pack ideology, and so many of my friends were into it. There's like wolf posters everywhere, but now, like, it makes more sense knowing that all that research was debunked, and they're actually way more complex than all that.
Oh yeah, and Otto, you're more than welcome to pop into VC if you want. Oh gosh. Love this hatchet. This is the greatest thing ever. Or at least until I find another weapon that I like. No, see, and that's like, I think of the way you were talking about, you know, you've got interest in a lot of different things. That is like all Gen X too.
Yeah, you know, we had to entertain ourselves. So that's what we did. We were all explorers, you know. We were all kid astronauts just trying to figure our lives out because our parents were working. Some of us stayed after school. I remember, you know, staying after school a bunch of times for like hours.
Well, you know,
playing on computers when I didn't have one at home.
I didn't even see one until I was in college.
We had them in elementary school because, I mean, when you're in the big city, you know, all the schools, like, I remember, yeah, Commodores. I had Commodores in 2nd and 3rd grade, and I thought that they were the greatest thing I had ever seen. Just what they could do and what they were capable of. You mean I can learn and play games? That's awesome. Okay, I don't generally trust it when people stand on top of their houses when I go to check out their Yeah, everything's locked up. It's basically an open shop camp.
Uh-huh.
There's no junk. There's no extractor. Well, there is an extractor, but it's blocked up. Yeah, this is a trap camp. And the dash in front of somebody's name, or if there's a dash in somebody's name, that is secret code for PvP. So I'm gonna move on. There's nothing in there that I probably want anyway. They just had 11 3-star weapons and 61 plans. That could be bait for all I know. Yeah, wolves are interesting creatures. I've only seen a wolf dog up close. That son of a bitch was vicious. But when I went, we would go up, we went on a holiday, or not a holiday, it was just mostly like vacation time. In the fall, we went to, was it fall or spring? I remember it was kind of cold out. But we went up to Isle Royale, which is the big island near the Canadian border, north, and just off the UP, Michigan's Upper Peninsula.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were camping, we heard the wolves at night, and it was the wolves got close enough to us within like 48 hours that my buddy, my buddy Rob, the one we called Wolf, was like practically shitting his pants, and we had to leave. You know, we got to the nearest ranger station, and we got back on the ferry and came home because like his nerve broke, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and if we had been attacked by wolves, you know, there would have been nobody to come and save us. What we didn't know at the time is that the two packs that were on the island were just kind of circling each other, and they were kind of playing touch and go. And we found this out when we finally got to the ranger station because every single member of both packs had been tagged. So the rangers knew exactly where they were at any given point in time, and they had a general idea that we were out there as well because we had to report in every day. But it was, you know, a good, you know, several mile hike in order to get to the ranger station. And when you're carrying a 60-pound rock at the same time, like, you know, a 1 mile hike can be really, really hard on somebody who hasn't done it very often. Ask Nate, like anybody who's done like a forced march, full kitty bag outfit, like, could tell you, it's rough on the body, particularly on your shoulders.
I haven't done one in a while, not in a long while.
Did you ever play Rocky's Boots? That does not sound familiar to me. No, I played mostly like Oregon. Like in the beginning, it was all like ASCII stuff on the Commodore, and then it was like at the time I'm a huge fan of pinball, still am in a lot of ways. We have a pinball arcade not far from where I live that I've been meaning to go to. I wanted to go on my birthday here, but I ended up staying home and streaming.
You said pinball, and the first thing that popped in my head was, Tommy, can you hear me? Not many people get that one. That's great, great musical.
Yeah,
I haven't remembered that one either.
I've seen Tommy, like, I watched it once with a friend of the family, Terminal Bachelorette. One of my mom's friends, Terminal Bachelorette. Can you guess what kind of relationship they had? And we watched Tommy in her apartment. She was also my babysitter for a little while. She was into like rock stuff, like The Who and Meatloaf, and she's a big classic rock fan.
Oh, I would have got along with her.
Elton John was in it. I remember that scene.
Yeah, Elton John. He was the pinball wizard.
Yeah.
Until he got beat.
That was so long ago. There's another one, yeah, like John Lennon. She's a big John Lennon fan. Post Beatle John Lennon. Every time I go over her house, she'd be playing Woman.
There we go. Now I'm 30 pounds lighter. I'm going to the mezzanine.
The mezzanine.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get surrounded. You're like, let's test this axe out in a live combat. Oh my god, no wonder why you're so over encumbered. Look at all those repair kits that you had. You have like almost 1,000 bobby pins. Like, those don't weigh anything, but like, you probably got so much raid gear that you haven't thrown out.
Oh yeah. I probably still have. I just dumped all the rat axe and stuff like that, and I still have some serums. But I was like, I'm trying to keep one of each serum, and I was like, I don't remember which ones I got in my stash box. I have to go through that. I love that. This game is a lot about just management.
Mm-hmm.
Just
item
management of your
is
stuff. I'm waiting for Bethesda to come out with an aid box.
So what? Oh box. Yeah, that'd be great. An aid box would be wonderful.
You know, just like the ammo box, but for your aid stuff.
Uh-huh.
think they'll ever do that because I don't think they want people hoarding like.
Well,
packs.
it would defeat
Who
the
is
purposes
hitting
of a
me?
lot of donation
Oh, you
packs.
are.
Because that's predominantly where I drop all my extra aid. Is I'll just throw them in donation boxes.
Yeah.
But you know, I put them in there in such great numbers. The amount of shit that I've left behind, like doing raids with Morp and whatnot, is insane. And I'll drop stuff like in that little tent, and he'll have an ult ready there just to pick up everything that I drop. That man's gonna be. I can't even imagine how much crap his ults are holding.
Oh no, can't.
Quiet, because I'm beyond. What's confusing, Wolfie? Sergeant Pepper's, yep. The Bee Gees, yeah. Oh my God, my mom had a massive record player, and I had always wanted one until I found one at a yard sale.
I really wish I had kept that. I really wish I kept my 8-track player too.
8-track, oh my God! My dad had one of those. Like a rhinestone cowboy. Like he would take us to school, and that would be playing on his. This old school shit.
I remember the car when the car had an 8-track player in it.
Yeah.
We got to change the cassettes. That was awesome. When we got actual cassette tapes, that was like amazing. It was like, this thing is so tiny.
Right? How does this even work?
Yeah.
I remember spooling out the I was really young, and I was just like, I want to know how this works. And I took a Charlie Daniels band, and I'm just like pulling the tape out of it, like, what is this? You know, I made a huge mess, and I got tanned for it.
I remember that's how you had to fix a lot of them too when they got jammed.
Yeah,
you had to roll it out, then roll it back in with the pencil.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the 8-tracks, you had to get clever. Cassettes, I used the pencil or a pen for.
Yeah, that's cassettes, the pencil.
Yeah.
The 8-track, yeah, you had to get.
8-tracks took some.
That took a little bit more finesse. Yeah. But yeah, I remember having to do that too. And then trying to smooth out the tape so it wouldn't get caught again like that.
Yeah, because sometimes like the player would murder and like stretch the tape in certain spots, or there'd be like a little snip in it, and like you were like, well, it's just a matter of time now.
Yep.
There were a lot of times where I would take cassettes and I would record them from one cassette recorder to another, and the sound quality would diminish by quite a lot, but at least, you know, I could still have music whenever I wanted. Worried it is confusing the hell out of me.
The good old days, Ram. I feel old.
The good old days, the 70s and the early 80s. That was so amazing. I romance that era a lot because everything was so simple, but also like, you know, when you're young, I'm not saying it was better then. I'm just saying it was less complex. But that was because we willingly ignored the complexity of the world, you know?
Oh, yeah.
We were more worried about communism and AIDS back then. And while you guys all had COVID, we had the AIDS epidemic. And you want to talk about paranoia.
Oh, my gosh, right?
The AIDS epidemic was crazy because, like, if you had COVID, people wanted to get away from you. If you had AIDS, your life was in danger. You know? Until they figured out what it was. Like, there were people, like, one person bit another person in, like, a fight, and then that person got dragged to jail and then charged with what was it? They were going to give him a murder rap because he knew that he had AIDS.
I was gonna say he was
and
charged
even
with
though it
murder,
never
right?
transferred, yeah, he got. Oh, so you know this case?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got charged for murder and stayed in jail for a long time.
Was it murder, or did he plead down to like aggravated assault or something like
it was,
that?
Yeah, it was really complex. And a lot of people were all like, well, shouldn't have been biting people, which is true. But like, that's not how it works.
That sounds like something my parents would have said. It's like,
and because AIDS was associated with the queer community, now you've got hate on a whole other level. Yeah, people didn't know what it was for like the first couple of years. And then when celebrities started getting it, they're like, whoa, 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 whoa.
I was really lucky that we had medical professional in the family. So when all that stuff, happened, it was very, they were very happily to explain things. So it was like, oh, it's a thing.
Yeah.
So we never did. I remember the paranoia.
Yeah.
In the county and the state and all that. But I remember our family was like, no, whatever.
You remember Satanic Panic?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I was deeply, as a role player, I was deeply involved in that culture. Oh, my God, the amount of hate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're like,
or not even,
because I was raised Irish Catholic.
Magic the Gathering
They
cards.
take Satan very, very seriously amongst the Irish Catholics, Devil take you, boy!
Yeah.
Oh my God. Everything. I listened to Judas Priest and David Bowie, and they were like, you're going to hell! You're going to hell and you die! It was wild.
I remember the church family when we was growing up would tell me, you let your children listen to this or that, and she was like, yeah, I gave it a listen. It's not bad. It's not. They don't understand what it's saying. It's fine.
Yeah, the Queen conspiracy where everybody's like, no, listen to it. You gotta play it backwards.
That
Yeah.
was
Time to smoke marijuana. Time to smoke marijuana. You're going to hell, boy.
You gotta play it backwards.
Like, what the hell?
No,
like,
I remember that
music is supposed to be challenging. It's a rebellious art form in some aspects. Like,
right?
How dare you?
My
uncultured mother.
Music. Just she absolutely she loved music, all kinds of music, and
it was
her
all
thing
footloose.
Growing up was if there was something new.
Oh, she was on the front lines of it.
She would be like, "Let me listen to it," and she would listen to it. She'd be like, "It's okay."
Yeah.
I don't think there was anything that she was like not okay with. She's like, it's not my thing, but it's okay. The one thing that she really got into that we introduced her to was MC Hammer. Like, she got so into MC Hammer. She got the hammer pants and everything.
My brother was really into him.
She could do the dance.
Yep. I learned how to do the dance too. That was a great time. Like the mid 80s were probably, but then the 90s came along. And you want to talk about an awakening, I'm in my late 20s or mid 20s. Like I'm like at one point in time, like I had my punk phase where I was couch surfing and I had just moved out of my mom's house. Some would say forcibly eject for a little while.
Depends on the
I'm
viewpoint.
discovering relationships, experimenting with substances, and we wild Gen X. We did not shy away from anything.
No.
Because I mean, the generation that raised us were all like the hippies and the, either you were on one side of the political aisle or the other. The middle ground didn't really exist. It was always like right versus left. It's still to this very day. It's just a different form.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see what this counts as.
Yeah, and in Detroit at that era, up until the 90s, we still had the KKK because, you know, Detroit was like this big center of industry, so white power had a huge foothold, and then they got chased out. And because they got chased out, they left Detroit and moved to the capital at Lansing, and that's where they stayed.
We have
Some of my friends moved to Lansing when they went away to college, and they were like, "God damn it!"
But we had a family member that got shunned from the family because he joined the KKK.
Oh man.
He was like, I found a group that understands me. And then we found out what that group was, and we were like, alright, you're on your own now.
Oh no, Detroit had counterculture aplenty. So many different brands of punk, goth, fetish crowd, the burnout crowd. Remember burnouts?
Oh,
those
yeah.
don't even exist anymore.
No, they don't.
We had beatniks. Beatniks that slowly, like, now the closest thing that you could resemble to them would be like the emo crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is wild times.
Yeah, I've just been hatcheting everything in my path.
What do you think of it? Is it a cool weapon?
I love it. It's cool.
You naming it, so I'm assuming it's past inspection.
Yep, I'm keeping it. Like I said, I'm gonna put it up on display in my camp once I'm kind of done with it, because I think it looks so goofy.
It's kind of like an ugly pet.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Like you want to love it.
It's like, oh, it's so ugly, it's cute. That's what they used to say. Is that how it goes? So ugly, it's cute. Yeah. It's definitely the weirdest weapon I've got right now in my inventory. Alright, dailies are done. That. What shall we do now? Shall we do an expedition?
Yeah. I looked at that weapon like the way like dog pool.
Yes.
Right.
I don't know where you are in game, but what do you think about Expo?
Please don't ever leave me, guys, please. I'm not. They're like family to me. Aww. Well, the 80s artist movement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh my god. With their little French bobs.
Oh, yes.
Smoking cigarettes, trying to be classy and cool. But we're also kind of like secretly hot because they were all exploring their alternative lifestyles, darling.
Yes.
And I was all about that culture. If it was weird, I was there for it. My family was not happy with the kind of friends I made.
Gotta run around with that crowd, huh?
Yeah, yeah. And just to paint the picture, like, and I'm not, my family eventually grew to be Trumpers, so I'm just leaving that on the table. I'm not going to make a discussion out of that, but I'm just saying that's where I come from and how I got to be the black sheep and all that.
Not sweet potato Hitler. I didn't say nothing.
Mm-hmm. was invited to the reunion because everyone else is dead. I never went back to my reunions. I didn't. I like fantasized about it. Like I'm gonna go back, and then everybody's like, "Wow, Ram really cleaned up his act." No, he's just as crazy as he is then. If anything, I had more energy back then to do all the crazy stuff. But I was like this weird, like the weird kid. Like I never ditched school. I was always early for class. I did well on my tests. I probably didn't study as hard as I should have, but like most of my grade was like I was so bored all the time, you know? Unless they were talking about something interesting, I didn't care. I absorbed all the information and I tested really, really well, but like they stuck me in with all the special ed kids. They're like, he ain't learning right. Something's wrong with his brain. This is before the word neurodivergent came into the lexicon. And now you know why my channel is the way it is.
You all really cursed me 6 raids in 30 minutes. Oh, Navy, no. No, Wolfie, we won't leave you. Poor Navy's had 6 raids in the last 30 minutes on his shelter game. No, who's cursing Navy? Who's doing it? Who's doing it? If you're doing it, stop it. All right, who's leader? You're leader.
Am I? What do we need? What do we need me to do?
Expo?
Oh yeah, I could drop what I'm doing if this Scorch Beast Queen leaves me alone.
Oh.
Let me see if I can sneak it in.
You can. Are you at
Yeah, sorry.
A thing?
I'm fighting a 1-star Scorch Beast Queen with a Ripper. She's not keen on landing, so let's just move on. There we go. Instant. Yeah, if you're gonna find people on this planet that absolutely have empathy for all the weird counterculture, like I've gotten the impression that you're a furry, or maybe you're a former brony or something like that. I was around during the formation of all that, and I went, "Oh, not my thing, but it's cool." Like kids are figuring things out, and I can't hate on it for it being weird because I've dressed in animal outfits for LARPs before. And not only that, you go back into time and there's cave paintings of animals on walls that people admired. So I'm just like, for all I know, furries have been around since the cavemen times. So I'm just like, okay, they're different, they're weird, that's cool. There's enough room at the table for everybody. Yeah. Oh, you're a furry too, Radeon? There's so many furries on the internet. But that's just the world, you know? I've experienced so much hate and friction in my life that I don't have the energy. I just let people live. And it's important to let people live, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it takes too much energy to hate.
It does. The older I get, the less patience I have for people who would just want to cloud their vision with, that boy ain't right. That boy ain't right. You know, that's all I saw when, you know, going to church when I was a kid, were people that were like just judgy and silly about it too. It's just like, nothing about them affects you. Why are you so upset?
Oh yeah. So I'm thankful that, you know, my parents was just like, everybody is a person. You treat them with love and kindness, no matter what. Yeah. I don't care. Don't embarrass me.
Like there's a pollinator nearby. There he is. Hold on, I got him.
Hang on, let me fix your weapon.
Yeah, hold on. Let's give you a makeover, darling.
Yes.
There you go. Pedicure. Oh, I've taken off a foot. Whoops.
Pedicure. That was good.
Oh, you're hideous, darling. You're hideous and beautiful all at once.
Mani petting time. Oh.
Yeah. Here we go. Manicure goes brrr. You must simply tell me what you do with your fern.
You know, a few furries, they embarrass you. I remember the first time I heard the term, I didn't understand it, and I was like, well, I'm
You're gonna
furry.
find that anywhere.
What do you mean by that? And then they explained it to me, and I was like, oh, okay.
Everybody's, even like the kink part of it, it's just like, okay, that's fine. I've heard of worse fetishes, you know. I've heard of. It's like whatever. That's what. If that's what you're attracted to, it's fine.
Yeah,
and I get it to a certain extent too, like because especially since like I know a lot of people in the queer crowd, like the pupper culture is huge. And somebody actually explained it to me as in like they like doggos because doggos are like the best friend ever and they get treated so well by people and that's how they wanted to be treated. So it made sense to kind of connect to that channel, you know.
Well, I think it's
and
sad
I was
that
like,
people
well,
have
that
to...
sounds like a dream, you know.
Well,
you know,
it's
that
the
sounds
dream.
great. Everybody wants that.
Everybody
you know?
wants to live like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go any further, you'll have to prove that your strength
Bubblegum
still
bear.
stands the test. Prepare yourself for a
I'm just
fight.
like I can't blame people for having the same human desires wrapped in a different blanket.
I can think of one that I would have issues with, but other than that...
Man, what's up, Juicy? How you doing? Nice leather you got there. You mind if I tear it up? This is so slow.
It looks like your studs are loose. Let me
Yeah. Hold on.
you.
We're gonna grommet you back together. He can't even hit us. We're so close.
Go on.
We're like
so
tongue kissing him.
weird.
He can't do anything.
He's so weird with what he says. He's like, "Oh, good one," and I'm like, "No,
Yeah,
dude,
it's like,
stop."
no, you're getting it from the front and behind. This is a bad joke. Don't be here. This is dangerous.
You have a few questions for the Power Armor nerds? Okay.
Oh, so the diaper people, I think they're called littles. They're called littles.
who have made it this far.
And that's age play, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And I
You are
saw
the
a documentary on that,
life
and I was just like,
world.
nope.
You are everything. Show me your talents.
I've seen a lot of weird stuff on that, like My
One of
Secret
you
Obsession
has
show.
been selected to defend
Oh my god!
innocent
First of all, can I ask you this, just so, because I
volunteer
live
has
in
their
a
own
world of
task
consent.
to complete.
Are you okay
Others
us
seek
talking
to
about this out
halt
loud
their
on your
progress,
channel?
or better.
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
okay with this, Ben? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Help this volunteer
I
survive
try to
the
avoid it
ordeal of
myself.
life.
As long as it
like,
doesn't get
And
too
so might you.
racy or
we
political.
don't raunch or anything like that. But you know, when you're exploring this world, it's just like sucking down the cigarette. Yep, heard it, kid. I've seen it all. You know, I'm like that drunk aunt at all the parties.
Please
you
tell
know,
me you're here to defend me.
I've seen some shit.
Collect blood packs for them to count up at the end.
You know what? I'm
Don't let
gonna
me die.
post this on your
Is
channel.
it worth
too.
it to
Hold on.
mod your Power
Okay,
Armor?
then.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Yeah, those. I mean, especially like if you're just talking about calibrated shocks, but if you're talking about other things like overeaters, vanguards, bolstering, can make a huge difference in your gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I never understood that until the raid started. And then it finally clicked with me. It's like, oh my gosh, this made so much difference in damage and defense. So I typically run overeaters because I like to keep my character fed. That's just a thing.
There you go.
And then also like a belted, or was it arms keepers is a good one for me because it reduces weight. Or is it pack rats? One of those. And then the second one, I can't remember what I carry for a second one. For the raids, it's poisoners. Where are you going, lady?
Yeah, hold
So she
on.
keeps
Like, I was
looking
distracted for a
back and
second.
forth.
I posted a Pal World meme, and then like I realized I had a bunch of messages on. People are checking in on me. They want to know if I'm okay. And my family wants to know if I'm willing to come back to Detroit, and I was curious if that was still an option, and only as a fallback plan because I really would like to stay here. So I'm currently.
Now, so Navy, are you talking about 76 or Fallout 4? Because in Fallout 4, I never did find it necessary. It does make a difference if you want that damage and stuff, but I never found it
Fallout
necessary.
4, just wearing power armor, you're OP.
Yeah.
Most of the time when I was modding in Fallout 4, the only thing I needed to know is, does this add more damage? Does this add more protection?
Sorry, Otto.
On to the next.
I accidentally drilled Otto. In Fallout 4, no. In Fallout 4, like, just having the armor. Yeah, I never did bother with modding.
Especially if you get, like, the new Enclave Inferno stuff. Like, that shit is just... It's hard to kill people wearing it, much less having it on you. It's God mode now.
How unlucky.
Come on, lady, let's go.
I've given up everything.
Yes, sorry, Otto, I was kind of distracted. But now I'm with her, and she's not moving. But, I mean, this is not unusual. Oh! She teleported a little. There we go.
Oh, we need
you also can't crowd her
emotes,
either.
Too.
You can't crowd her.
I won't let you take this from me.
Calibrated shocks, 700 pounds of T-60 armor transport across the map. Well, you know... What is she doing? What is this lady doing? Is she walking backwards on your screen too?
She's walking backwards. She's walking back to the start, I think.
Like, what the hell?
To where she left off. That's
okay,
that's a new glitch that happens now. That's the glitch.
Yeah. We'll I imagine like her AI will reset when she's done.
Yeah.
With the thing. But who knows?
I saw the comment, Wolfie. That wasn't uncommon to hear when we were growing up, actually. Unfortunately, it's still pretty common with some families. The only thing I can
stories about that myself.
The only thing I can tell you is those are not friends.
Yeah, they're not friends. They're really not.
Those are acquaintances.
Anybody who wishes violence on you is not your friend.
Yeah.
If it's conditional, even more so.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you need to find your peoples, your set of friends that are gonna love you openly no matter what.
You know, that's why, like, you know, I'm around like hippie, earthy types is because like they don't give me any shit, and they're not like, and it's not like they're super permissive. It's, you know, they have standards too, but they're all like have the same attitude that I've got. You know, live and let live, and is whatever you do behind your own doors, that's your business.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you know, it's treat everybody with love and kindness.
Yeah.
You know, the things that that they're doing in their life doesn't necessarily affect you.
Yeah.
So stop worrying about stuff that's not your stuff.
When they say the conditional things, it means that they're scared to be seen with you in case those conditions are met. You know, it's like then they become embarrassed by you, and it's just like, why? Like you. You know, you're worried about what other people think about you. What do you think of the person who just told you that? You know, like if you're worried about what people think. And so, like, I get it, and I understand why the online communities get together, you know, when you've got people from across, you know, countries and states and local boundaries, and you've got this one thing that you all have in common. You think that you're different somehow, and you're not being accepted, so now you're in a community where everybody sees you as being weird and equally weird. So, and that's a huge draw for some people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, step
Like,
onto the winner stage. Oh, cool. We're almost done. Hey, Coffee, welcome back.
Here we are at the final showdown.
I see you disappear, and I was like, oh. But everybody pops in and out. Got their own stuff. Oh my gosh.
The big name I got from the normals was that they called me Baby Huey because I thought I was stupid and I didn't get anything. What they didn't realize is I was internalizing everything.
Yeah.
You know, I saw things and I didn't jump to conclusions. I just let it process. I'm like, okay, what am I getting out of this? Is this important to my life? You know, and then I'd make those judgments accordingly. But I was too busy inside my head trying to figure out what I thought about it.
Scroll back up and read Wolfie's comment about his friends. Yeah. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, I had a feeling this conversation would eventually come up with Wolfie. Especially since
Wolfie's
like so many
our
other people,
friend though, and we love him.
Yeah.
No matter what.
People looking for love, you know, they looking for love and acceptance. It's part of our natural inclination to survive is to be social.
Mm-hmm.
So you are among friends, Wolfie. Don't worry about a thing when you are among us. Oh, that's me. Whoops, sorry. I didn't mean to peek the mic.
Like,
we'll handle that.
We're just waiting for the team lead. No.
Let me drink you in.
Hey, Ram, what's that supposed to mean? What you mean it would end up with me? The conversation of, you know, can you be your authentic self or what you, or the person that you are forging yourself to be? That conversation eventually, I've seen enough, like Wolf, I'm 50 years old. Trust me. I know when the conversation is coming up the pipeline. And I don't want to say everybody is the underlying.
Basically, Wolfie was saying that his friends would unalive him if he was a part of certain communities.
Yeah,
and we were just saying that they're not friends; they're acquaintances.
Yeah, they're not friends.
They're not friends.
And you get it worse when you're young because people are still forming decisions about what they want out of their lives.
I'm the same, Navy. This is my social time. Yeah.
Yeah. It just if people knew how many people I was in contact with at any given moment, like I had a moment with another friend of mine that I've known for like 20 years now this morning. And I was explaining to her what my situation is, and she was explaining to me what her situation is. And we just mutually lean on each other, you know, to get us through all the weird times.
You ready to get airborne? Hop in and I'll fire her up.
And her situation is weird because, like, and without going too far deep into it, like she's taking care of somebody from another country, and that person is being a shit.
Yeah, YouTube
and their relationship is ruined
because everything's too expensive right now.
Yeah. I mentioned that on my channel. It's just like the streaming thing is like I can have a social life and all I gotta do is get a stream going and people show up. All the cool people show up, and it's conversation time and now it's game time. And that's cool, you know. You don't have to, you know.
I have work to get done before work. I know that feeling. Where? Oh.
Yeah, if you're somebody's confidant, they come to you because they feel like they can, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And cherish those people, too, you know? Listen to them, process what they're trying to say, and...
Yeah, make sure you do, Wolfie. You're subscribed to Ram, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so is what is the your friend. He or she or whoever it is, they change their name pretty often. So
I
I
can't
just
keep
have
up anymore.
yeah, I can't. I can't keep up with the name changes and and I'm just like I only have so much attention span for that. My bandwidth my bandwidth can fade pretty quickly if hey, get out of my way. Super mutants. Stopping me on the highway. They're going to frisk me for my wallet.
Let's see if some commands are working.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's get some shout outs to some streamers. Let's see if my
Brotherhood
commands are
Barnaby. I think I ran. Oh, I found the Brotherhood of Zeal.
Oh
and
my
they haven't.
gosh, they're so funny.
Oh my god, I just killed one of them. Yep. All right, they've gone red. It's just a scam. They don't deserve to die. But one of them jumped in front. Like one of them, like literally spawned right in front of me while I was running away from super mutants. To me, it looked like a threat.
Same Ewok. You know, and I would say like in real life, I have, you know, like a handful of friends, 5 really good friends. And let's see, there's Coffee's channel. There is Wolfie's channel. If you're not subbed yet, you should go sub. Let's see. What else? We got some I got some. I'm just trying these out because I set up a bunch of commands. So I think that one will work too. Republic Hunter, you also got to check out his. He hasn't streamed in a while. I'm calling you out publicly, Republic.
I think
I know he's still mending.
Last I heard, Republic was struggling with something. Something about, was it that they were feeling down about something and they weren't sure if, I don't know. I thought it was ridiculous.
Injured himself.
I was like, no, you're doing fine. Like, like I don't know. Like, I like what you're doing.
There's another great channel, Pizza Raoul.
Yeah, but I also understand, like, you can't do this full time without it weighing on you somewhere else. Whether you're creatively drained and you feel like, you know, you don't have enough energy to do it, or
I got a little bit to that point.
I have multiple times in the 14 months I've been doing this. I was asking my partner, like, should I just stop what I'm doing for a little while?
Well, you know, I never expected ever to have a membership section when I started the channel. So now that I do, I'm like, oh, what do I put out for the membership? For like the members only kind of stuff.
Well, there's a bunch of different things that you can do. You don't like you can do membership only content. You can also just like for me, I think the Discord is kind of there for that because I mean, and I try not to judge what the monetary donations mean. I just take it as somebody cares about what I'm doing. So to me, it feels like the Discord is more like my members area. You know, they can connect to each other. It becomes its own thing. Cool people can meet cool people. I can push them together and be all like, you friends, you know?
You need to stop subbing to everyone since you started 76. I've subbed to 30 people. I'm subbed to a lot of gaming streams because I like to see what everybody's playing. I don't necessarily want to play all the same things, but when things look interesting, I'm like, I gotta put that on the list.
The amount of people I follow is massive to the
Yeah.
point where, like, I want to say about a week ago, like when my mental health was not at a very good high, I was just like, and I'm in the spring cleaning mentality right now, where I just started to kind of back away from overextending myself, just because, like, You know, it can be kind of tough sometimes. And if I'm trying to control how much bandwidth I'm putting out into the world, that's makes it easy for me.
Well,
But
I'm sub to a
you
lot
run
of
into
the.
folks that might take that the wrong way.
I'm sub to a lot of gaming channels, but I'm also sub to a lot of history channels, a lot of art channels, a lot
Oh
of.
yeah.
You know, because my interests are varied, and luckily, the algorithm for YouTube when I go on there is good for me because it's keeping up with like what I've been into, and it's like, hey, here's some suggestions, and I'm like, oh, this is really cool, and I find some new stuff that I really like.
Yeah, the history channels, like especially lately since like the whole Graham Hancock thing, this big Graham Hancock Younger Dryas explosion has happened. Like we start seeing people's political leanings, and I started leaving different history channels when they were having extreme reactions to like other history people's content. And now it's just like, oh my God, it's the dark side of academia rearing its ugly head. And then like who is it? People started going on Joe Rogan, and then like that caused an outcry, and it's just like, what are you guys doing?
The history that I'm into is pre-1900s.
Oh yeah. No, I'm like that's cool too. Like I love all that, but like my big thing is like the movement of the tribes and human evolution.
No, I'm into like the pre-1900s, and I like European history. I like a lot of European history, Asian history. Like it's fascinating, the developments, the movements of leadership in those countries. It's really fascinating. I love all that stuff. I have so many books too on it. So many books that I haven't read. Yeah.
Yeah. When my family got into its genealogy, it's like two of my uncles were super huge in researching the Irish side of my family because we don't have history past my grandfather. And some of the shit we've discovered it's a little on the spicy side, you know.
Keep that out. All right, let's run another expo.
You want to? Okay.
Yeah.
I can bail on this.
Let's see. I got I think I'm gonna use I'm gonna use the drill for most things, but I think I'm gonna pull out the auto axe for some of the tougher things, the overgrown.
Especially since my mom's side of the family has a quasi-famous last name.
So yeah, there's this like little bubble of recent history that I'm not like really into, the 1900s but then I love the old stuff, and I like sci-fi futuristic kind of things.
I think secretly deep down inside, Spen, you're a world builder just looking for a vibe.
Right? And that makes the second time I've missed, like when you went to Atlantic City and I'm the last one there. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with everything going on.
While you sleep, your enemies make plans. I think that's the thing. Life stops for no one.
Right, and it's, you know, it's rare to have a conversation like we've been having anymore because everybody's into so many just like,
yeah,
you know, you see people in passing so much. It's just like, hello, how are you? How's the weather? Weather sucks. Yeah, okay.
Genuine connection has kind of fallen by the wayside, whereas in our generation, you had to make connections.
Yeah, that was
it's lonely out there.
Well, it was necessary too because you didn't have a tablet you could hide behind. You didn't have anything like that. Okay.
I'm looking for the... Oh, it's way down here. This is chilling. Oh my god. Am I out of... I'm out... Oh, my AP. Fine. Fine then. Here. Have some nuke. Let that be a lesson to you.
I can't get this pollinator.
Yeah, I'm trying to... Apparently, I'm running out of AP so fast. So I'm just trying to... Explosives cost me nothing.
Stopping before 1500s. That's a cool time period, too. I love that. I got really into that in high school and college. I used to take all the history classes. I was like, I need an elective. Oh, they're offering World Civ? Let's go.
Yeah. Oh my god, when I was in school... When I was in school, I got all my elective classes were all in shit that I always wanted to know about it, but like didn't have access to it.
Right? Like a lot of people took golf or swimming or something like an elective. I'm like, physics, that looks interesting.
No. I want to know why.
I'll take zoology.
Yeah. For me, it was like religion and social studies, studies of culture. I minored in linguistics,
Literature classes, yeah.
Yeah, literature, philosophy, like all the deep thought shit.
I want to write that down. Ewok. Like there's tinglings of recognition of that. But I'd have to look back up. And I tell you, the older I get, the more I feel like that all of that has slipped away with other things.
The older I get, it's more like fear of missing out. It's like, why didn't I find this sooner? Yeah, theology, geography.
Oh, you know, I could do that with my members only. Just do some readings, you know, from the classics.
No, it's here and now. Take it together.
I think that would be fun. I don't know. What would you guys like to see in the members only part?
So I've got a person, and this is something because I started thinking about this myself. So a member of my channel named Minky Minx, I don't know if you've seen them in my chat before, but she started doing, like, she's got a very cool British voice, and she started reading Alice in Wonderland and made a whole extra channel for it of just her reading C.S. Lewis, Alice in Wonderland.
That's what I was thinking about, but I was thinking about
doing
some of the classics. Stuff that I read every year anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I thought that was... And to hear it in her voice, too, it was just like... I like storytime stuff. Like when Vats was doing storytime on our channel with World of Warcraft lore, I thought that was cool as shit. Like, I'm not super interested in the World of Warcraft lore, but, like, just hearing her talk about it made me interested in. We are... Do we still have the ability to emote after we kill people, even in here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's all the way up to the
Cask
end.
of Amontillado. Oh, it's one of my favorites. I was a huge Poe person when I was young.
Cask of Amontillado? I'll write that down.
Yeah. I had all his collections and like the Telltale Heart. I remember I could still probably quote it. I've read it so many times. Villains, I cried, dissemble no more, tear up the planks, here and here. It is the beating of this hideous heart.
You are the lifeblood of this dying world. You are everything.
Hamlet. I'm a big Hamlet and Macbeth person, the tragedies.
I'd like for our brave contestants to enter the Shark's Den.
Cool, Rayon. You can send it through. I got
claim to your
my channel email
Defend it from all who would seek to dethrone you. Remain until the end. And
I think my main channel page is linked.
There we go. There's the 10th one.
Claim the Shark's Den. I don't know where I'm going anymore. Shark's Den.
Oh, when you get in here, there's the... You gotta go to the... Yeah, there you go. Otto's got it, and then I'm like right behind them. There we go. Game on! Sometimes I like to leave bombs next to the doors, so when they walk in, they get A face full of WTF, yeah.
I've got an email account for the channel if anybody wants to send ideas or what they want to know about in game, or just what they'd like to see more of on the channel. I know I've been getting a lot of requests for Timberborn, so I've been trying to work that in more.
Timberborn is amazing.
It is. I'm learning a lot about the game every time I play it, and there's just a few things I haven't unlocked yet and played with, and that's the dirt extractor. And Otto gave me some really cool ideas today for how to use that.
I was actually looking for people who had experienced the same problems that you were having back in the early days of when you were playing that game, and I was just like, oh, that's how it works. It's just like, to me, my struggle with Timberborn is that the UI is so tiny, and I can't see what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
So like, I'm like, hey, could you try that? Could you try this? Could you try that? Like, and I don't know. I don't know where everything is on whatever they give you. It seems like the game is not.
Well, mine is also an older version.
Yeah, friendly either.
Yeah, it's
you haven't updated it or patched it?
Nope. I need to do that because they have some like really cool things in the update.
And obedient
like
children.
aqueducts.
You're so close to your
Yeah,
reward.
like the ability to
Step up to the winner's stage, my
filter in bad water and
perform
good
in one
water, and
final
sometimes you need
act.
bad water because you can turn bad water into other things, and it's kind of complicated.
Oh yeah.
Who will claim the throne tonight?
And then I've been playing around with like creating your own map, because you can do that too.
See, you are a world builder. I knew we had a lot in common, Sven. It's not just mayhem. It's how can we create wonderful situations to enact the mayhem. Well done, everybody.
I've been posting like just the hubby's comedy stuff on there.
Yeah, he's hilarious. I've always wanted to try comedy. He's very confident on the stage too.
Oh yeah.
Like you can see comedians, even ones that have been on the stage for like 20 years, like, and they're still not sure what kind of crowd they're walking in. Your husband seems to have I mean, it could be the fact that you're just recording the good scenes, but he doesn't seem to struggle up there. He's very confident in the spotlight.
Yep, he is. Yeah. You killed Cage with a fusion core explosion, and I can't interact with him. Oh no. Yeah, you did kind of lock yourself into.
We all here? Good, good, good.
You ready to get airborne?
Who is it? Warren Werewolf. I thought it said woman werewolf for a second there, and I was like, damn. Werewolf women of the SS.
Yeah, so anything that I read, I'll have to make sure that it is in public domain.
Oh, the Dune Saga. Most Dangerous Game? Yep, I had that one for a while.
Because I know for a fact that Cask of Amontillado is in public domain.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Finding cool stuff in public domain is a great way to kind of like break into something.
Yeah, it'd be a good way to introduce other people to new stuff too.
Yeah.
If they're not booky.
That's where I'm kind of at with the radio stuff that I've been doing, that I had done, because I've kind of put the kibosh on it for now, because it went from me just making commercials to making these characters, and now these characters are kind of coming to life, and it changed the way I approached it. I wanted to start reading out scenes, and that's what that's what I was telling you about. Like I'm in this space now where like if I'm gonna world build, why not just go all the way?
Right.
Oh. Hunter's boxing glove weapon speed 15 bonus, that's critical charge. If you change the first star on that, that's a lovely unarmed weapon.
Mm-hmm. That wouldn't be bad at all.
You want it?
I'm just shooting everyone's fusion cores so you can steal their armor. Navy has started chaos in Fallout 4, and I love it.
That's the best way to play it.
Ooh, let's see what time it is. Oh yeah. It's about that time, folks.
Yeah, I got to get out of here too. I have a metric crap ton of stuff I got to throw out.
Yeah,
I'm downsizing.
Some adulting to do. I think I'll be back on later tonight with something else. Now that I'm off work, I was like, maybe I can run some 3-a-day streams. I don't know. We'll see. Let's get some more gaming, or like varied gaming in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I'll sign off. So as always, love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Special thanks to Ram for popping in.
Special thanks to you for putting up with my silly ass.
Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow morning and after, well, I always like to do the Fallout right around noon because of the reset for the dailies. But yeah, so love you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the laughs and fun. And until next time, we'll see you in the wasteland.